I believe earlier you were saying you don't want to do the 50-50 thing. So what do you bring to the table in a relationship?
What do I bring to the table in a relationship? I think you got it. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I honestly bring everything. Not in the sense of completing you in any way, shape, or form. I am who I am as an individual, and I can add to you in different ways. Whether you want to build a business, I can add to you in that way of teaching you how to communicate with other people, other clients, how to do emails. I have multiple degrees, so I'm able to just help you out in that area. Type up essays if you need essays, if you need the books done, I can do those for you as well too. I feel like that's where a woman is able to give: cooking, keeping things clean, like washing, things of that nature, to where you don't have to worry about anything but going to work and what we're going to do next.
So right and yet so wrong. There are some things that the young lady did say right. As far as bringing to the table things of nurturing, taking care of the household, making it so that his life is easier when he comes home from work, those are good things. Those are very good things. But presenting some of these other attributes as if you are bringing 100% of the table, you got a problem, young lady. Now, I know this conversation about what does a person bring to the table, the language of that has gotten very old, but it is the same thing that people have been dealing with since the beginning of recorded history, and probably before even recorded history, of when they come together with someone, what attributes does that person bring to enhance the other person? And we've gotten to this state of mind where there is a mixture of old world thought and new world thought. And many people have issues with this. So she said she's not interested in the 50-50 thing. Good. You shouldn't be. Because it should be 100 and 100 and not 50-50. It should be that when you engage in a relationship, if you are bringing finances into the relationship, then those finances are accountable for 100% of the relationship. Just as his finances are accountable for 100% of the relationship, so are yours. The idea of you get to keep what is yours and he takes care of everything, the sole provider, that is an outdated mindset. And it is one that does not fare well in the present time nor in the future to come. And the reason being is that when you look back at your parents or grandparents, you're looking at a state where women couldn't get bank accounts into the 1970s without having a man on the account. You're looking at a time frame where women were not able to go to college. Women were not able to go into certain technical fields. You're looking at a time frame where the amount of money that a woman made was negligible. The amount of money my grandmother made was negligible to the running of the entire household. And it wasn't that she wasn't equipped to do so. It was more so of the society to which they grew up in. It just wasn't available to her to be able to do those things, considering that my grandparents were born in the 1940s. So it's a totally different mentality. And to try to hold that mentality to today does not work. And many women are walking around thinking that their degrees somehow makes them more valuable in the marketplace and somehow makes them more valuable to a man. When she said she had multiple degrees and she can help him with emails and essays, look, I own a cigar lounge and a gourmet popcorn shop. Your degrees will not help me at all as far as writing emails and essays. So if your business degrees are not relative to what I am doing, then your help is not there. Now, keeping the books, that might be something that I would avail myself to allow you to do and may be helpful. But if I'm already running a business, then I don't need you to keep the books because the books are already being kept prior to you coming into the relationship. So what do I need you for? I have an accountant, or I have someone who's doing accounts receivable, accounts payable, general ledger. I already have those things in place, or I'm already doing them myself. Now, can you be a benefit and take some of that load off of me? Sure. But most likely I'm going to keep things exactly the way they have been running unless you can present to me that your methodology would be better than the one that I'm currently doing. As far as writing emails, don't nobody write no damn emails no more. Most of y'all I got 10,000 emails that I have never answered. Nobody's opening emails anymore. So what are you talking about? You'd have been better off by saying that I can run your social media accounts and things of that nature in order to add more grassroots marketing to your business or whatever it is. But emails and essays? Really? Really? Your college don't matter. And ladies, it is not a stab for me to, I'm not saying this to stab you, but many women will account for the fact that they're getting business degrees and they're getting these other liberal arts degrees that in this grand scheme of things do not pay as much money as more of your STEM degrees. Unless you're getting a degree in engineering and mechanics and robotics and becoming a lawyer or a doctor or something of that nature, then your ability to make as much money as a welder, as a carpenter, a HVAC person is not as grand. There are many trade positions or businesses such as transportation that make far more money than someone who went and got a business degree and now you're working in HR. You got an accounting degree and you're running the general ledger, but you're at middle management or below. Whereas this welder is over here making $80 an hour, but yours accumulate to more around $40 or $50 an hour. Your degree is not making you more valuable to the marketplace. So just as when I speak to my daughters, I always, and one's still in college, the other one is pursuing certifications in IT as she is working in IT. You are making yourself more valuable to the marketplace by getting into this more STEM type of degrees and or certifications, whereas the other stuff is not beneficial, nowhere near. And I do have one daughter. She's getting an art degree, but she doesn't care about money. Her goal is to own a farm. So that's her mother's child. But if you are pursuing these degrees and you think that they are going to make you more valuable to a man, the degrees don't matter. We really don't care in most cases, especially for a man who is already in a successful position himself. Those degrees only matter to people as far as who look at titles and think titles are a great thing. But for the rest of us, and the majority of us, it doesn't matter at all. And when we look at a woman, yes, it is partially an investment. Are you going to be a liability to me, or are you going to be an asset to me? Yes, there is love. Yes, there is compassion. Yes, there is homemaking. Yes, there is community and there is communication. And those things we're looking at, are you an asset or a liability? So you thought I was just talking about money, but I'm not. I'm not just talking about money. Because if you are a combative person, you are a liability to my peace. You are a liability to my progress, because now you're stressing me before I go to work and when I come home. So I may not want to deal with you because you are now a liability. You could be a doctor, you could be a lawyer, you could be an engineer. But if you are stressful, argumentative, controlling, demanding, you are a liability to my upward projection, and therefore you are not worthy to be with me. You might be worthy to be with someone else, but you're not worthy to be with me. And for her to say that she brings everything to the table, but yet doesn't want to do the 50-50, you might want to go and look up the definition of everything. But what do you guys think? Is that whole thought process outdated? Terminology, maybe. Thought process, not so much. So always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration. Follow me on my YouTube page since TikTok is going away.